Hi, good night. It's Mona in the Fatigable Heights with Real Housewives of Dubai, Season 2, Episode 11. Um, so let's go ahead and have our recap of Episode 11. We started with Ayan and her husband. They're having dinner at a restaurant. The decor is beautiful. The whole atmosphere of the restaurant is it's Dior. It's a blue motif. I'm loving it. I'm kind of familiar with the motif. It's something that I love the feel. There are like lions, there are animals. It's not jungle, it's like old money jungle and it's rich. Then we see Lisa at the same time having playtime with the kids, doing mom and wife duties, and she's having a talk with her husband and they're talking about what happened. Ayan and her husband are also talking about what happened with Stanbury and Lisa, and we're talking about the whole voice note gate and giving the husbands the perspective from each lady's point of view. Um, so all of the things that took place in Bali, kind of like what broke this friendship down, right? Ayan feels like Stanbury, so Lisa feels that Stanbury did what she did purposely and that she threw Ayan under the bus, while Ayan feels that Stanbury did throw her under the bus, but she also feels like she doesn't know how to process the embarrassment that she felt, like publicly Lisa berating her for her part in the voice note situation. So we're seeing how both ladies feel about the events. And Stanbury has also invited Lisa to go for drinks, lunch, and they're going to meet up. But Lisa's not really feeling her, and she thinks that maybe Stanbury is going to throw Ayan under the bus or try to justify why she did what she did. And for Lisa, it's already a no. So Lisa also feels that Stanbury is not Ayan's friend and that Ayan should understand that she's not her friend and that Lisa is her only friend. Okay. And Lisa also feels that Stanbury is going to betray Ayan again. So we see Sarah, Saba, and of course my favorite Nina Ali, looking beautiful. All three of them, of course, at Sarah's house, having a great moment, talking about all the things that are going on in Sarah's life. Um, Now we're talking about her nanny, and it seems like the nanny has been colluding with some men about maybe a possible kidnapping of Sarah's son. The men are asking for pictures of her and the son. The nanny has been covering the cameras. She's been bringing different men to the house, like moving real suspiciously, right? We also have Sarah's son right there in the room with us while we're discussing this thing. So I've seen on Twitter streets where people are saying that they feel like um, Sarah was wrong to have her son there, but I'm thinking this thing really traumatized him. So it's also good to see his perspective and how he feels about the events. Usually, we don't have kids like in grown up conversations like that. So it's a little bit like off for most people to see him like right there in the middle. But at the same time, we do want to know like how he felt with all of this going on. And really and truly, all we've ever seen is Sarah and her son, right? We've never seen Sarah's family. We've never seen Sarah interact with anybody in her family other than her son. So I feel like they're very close. And I feel like she keeps him close to her. And so that may be one of the reasons why she has him like in this adult conversation. But also just to get his perspective, I could see that he's traumatized. I could see that he feels some type of way and he's voicing how he feels, right? So I don't really think that's a bad thing. If they were just talking about like Akin or something like that, then I would have a different perspective. But I think it's good to know how he feels about things that could possibly happen. I think it's good to have him in the know of like I try to tell Papa all the time, like people are not all good, right? People steal kids, people kidnap kids. Like we have to be careful. Like Papa, you stay with me at all times. Like those type of things, just to give him an idea of what the world is like. It's like your parents telling you stranger danger. Like we just don't do it. So that's one of the things that we actually saw happening. They also, Nina, Sarah, and Saba were talking about Akin and Akin's not wanting Sarah to do her podcast that was paying her 45K, and he had a podcast for like 3.5K, and she said, okay, then she turned down her podcast apparently, and she would like for him to have done the same, turn down this 3.5K podcast to show her that they're on the same wavelength, right? They're on the same frequency and they're in the same vein. No, he did not. Um, I think that honestly, Akin is just eye candy, and he's not really somebody that she could really have a relationship with for some reason. Him being thousands of miles away, not being able to be there with you, not being able to comfort you. Like, I can't do long distance. Like, long distance is not going to work for me because one of the things is that how are we going to maintain this long distance relationship? Like, when I need you, how can you be there? So I feel like sooner or later, this relationship is going to go. Apparently, Saba feels the same. Nina also feels the same. You're not married. There's no ring on your finger. There's no reason he's not paying your bills. Is he sending you money? Is he helping you financially? If it's no, then it's definitely a no. Because I could understand that you want to give it a try. You are giving it a try with somebody who is like way over there, and you way them over there, so we over here, so oh, it's gonna work. It not look like it's gonna work, none at all. And her friends are just trying to tell her that I don't feel like there's anything negative in their thoughts. They just want her to be careful, and they also want her to understand that it's not looking good right now for this relationship. Sarah's a little bit in denial, so she's like saying, I really want to try with him. I want to see how it works, and so on and so forth. I think you've given it enough time, Sarah. Bye bye, Akeem. So we also saw Talene and Saba having some kind of meditation or yoga experience by phone, video, and so on. That was cute. That occurred. Um, Sarah also said that she went ahead and got the person who was her nanny arrested. So that person's arrested in Dubai right now, and she's saying that she thought about it. She really decided to do that because she didn't want to have this happens to anybody else, like another family, like let her off scot free, and then she goes off to somebody else and becomes a nanny for somebody else, and there's really a kidnapping. I wouldn't like that either. So justice had to be served, and I agree with Sarah when it comes to that. In addition to that, we did see a lot of different experiences with people in this episode. It was mostly about what occurred with the wives and their husbands, Ayan and Lisa. And we also see Stanbury and Sergio. Sergio's come back from his vacation. Sergio is talking about these relics that he's brought back, like he's brought a cross, he's brought a statue, and he's like he's gonna put them up in the house. Stanbury's like absolutely not. But I do think she should go ahead and let him, place his things around the home, because how can it feel like a home if he has no part in it, right? He has to be able to have something that makes him feel like, okay, something about this home is saying me. Stanbury, all these expensive pieces and all these expensive things, but there's no touch of Sergio. So we gotta have a touch of Sergio. Sergio has to have his part in everything. So I'm with Sergio with that. And later on, I'll talk about how I feel about Stanbury and Sergio's relationship as it has come forward in the episodes that we have been watching in season 2. My thoughts about Sergio have changed somewhat, and I'm really liking the interactions between the two. And so I definitely want to go ahead and talk about how I feel about Sergio and Stanbury a little bit later on. Also, we see Brooks with her son. Brooks' son Adam is always cute to see. It's always good to see the wives interacting with their kids. I think we should see more of that. Not just these little moments, but like taking them somewhere, taking them on a play date, like things like that is really cute for me as a mom, because those are things that I live for. So I would definitely live for that. Um, and meeting up with Huda. Huda is a makeup artist. That also does business in the beauty line. I'm not really liking the volume. off my video, but the people them outside having some kind of party or something, so the noise I beat me, I'm gonna want to compete with the sound. So I'm just afraid just gonna work with it. Anyway, yeah. So Ayan is meeting with Huda. Huda is a beauty mogul. She's like a makeup artist. She's like in the business industry, the beauty industry. Ayan said she saw her at the last time in the Naomi Campbell the Naomi Campbell fashion show, and that she spoke to Huda. She let Huda know that she was starting her business. Huda did give her an invitation and think she needed to come see her, so she's going to see Huda. She's showing Huda her um beauty items that she's now selling, and just giving her the spiel about the Aeon beauty products. And she has a really nice eyeliner. I think I'm gonna order that eyeliner because the eyeliner is really thick, and I'm loving something about it. And I love a good eyeliner. Like, I don't like them too thin. I'll be having a fight with them. Like, I feel like if I have a very good eyeliner, that it's like one of the tools in the toolbox, right? So Huda loves Ayan's product, and she's telling her like, I think that you should be in retail because right now Ayan has her products on AyanBeauty.com, her website, but she's saying I think you need to be in the stores. How about like starting with Sephora? And and it's like, yeah, that's the dream. We haven't gotten there yet, but we're definitely looking into it. And she's like, okay, so I would definitely love to be a plug for you and a push for you to get the products into Sephora. So they're going to try to start in Dubai and then they'll hit the international market. So I'm excited for her. Can't wait to see Aeon Beauty products in Sephora. I really think, because I see Aeon in the Twitter streets all the time, she's always networking. She's always networking with the other housewives, other people on Bravo, like overall just trying to like have, those moments, trying to see how she can, get herself seen and like, Real Housewives of Dubai always out there and, like what her networking will lead to is something that I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see her maybe doing um guest appearance on one of these housewife shows over here, or seeing her on Traders or something. I've never watched it, but but maybe I'll watch it if I see Ayan on it. I don't know. Real Housewives Girls Trip, something like that. Like I would definitely love to see it. I love how hard Anne goes for herself because she knows the dream and she knows where she's trying to go. So I think that it will be something that will be positive for her in the long run. So I'm excited for Anne. You go, girl. Um, Now the next thing that I wanted to talk about is um, Lisa and Stanbury meeting up for lunch. Really nice location, nice restaurant. They're eating outdoors. Um, It's a beautiful view. Stamber is wearing I would say almost lime green dress. It's a cutout dress. It's like a summer dress, day dress type. And it's cute to me. It's something that I would definitely wear. So I'm definitely loving that look on her. Lisa's also wearing a blue day dress, strapless, cute. Lisa comes with the fashion. So it's definitely nice to see. Every scene is a moment for Lisa, as every scene is a moment for Ayan. So I think that they really maximize what it is that they do with these scenes of the Real Housewives of Dubai, that they really sell themselves and what it is that they're doing. Like if you're a model, you're definitely wanting to be seen in the best of the best outfits, definitely the best of the best accessories, the best of the best, or whatever it is, like you are doing it. And I believe those two really do it when it comes to that, every time, every scene. They try to bring it and make it a moment. So kudos for that. So Stanbury and Lisa are talking about the events that happened with the voice note, and they're talking about how, um, Stanbury is apologizing for causing this rift between Ayan and Lisa because that was not her intention. And I feel like she's sincere at this point because I don't feel like she has to go around doing all of these apologies if she's not being sincere. And she did come out and say, well, I did enjoy spending time with you and Ayan. You know, I do like you, Lisa. I think that you're a nice person. And Lisa said the same. Two of them had their conversation and they seem to make up. Stanbury wanted to do this like face to face, one on one, just to have the conversation with Lisa outside of the other girls to let her know, you know, what her intention was, and it was never to hurt Lisa or put Lisa in a bad light. And I think that that was a good thing of her to do. And I definitely felt like they both came away feeling like they had cleared the air. So that was something to see. Um, Lisa's wearing a half up, half down ponytail, which I love that style on her because it really frames her face and makes her look really beautiful. So I loved her whole look from head to toe. I don't know if I really saw her shoes, but I know I saw at least head to almost toes. And Lisa usually is doing, you know, the most when it comes to her entire look. So I'm definitely going to say that her look was everything. Okay. All right. So a lot of people are saying that Stanbury, even in the Twitter streets, people were saying that Stanbury shouldn't have to do all of this apologizing, which I kind of agree with it. But I do understand when Stanbury understands that this thing really rocked this friendship. I don't think that she was trying to do that. If I had saw scenes, if I had saw clips, would show me that Stanbury knew that Lisa gave Ayan this voice note. If she heard like something played to say, you know, Lisa and Sara, and she did that, then I'd be like, okay, this is malicious, but I'm just not getting that. And so I'm going to give Stanbury the benefit of the doubt for now. Okay. She was indirectly responsible for this between Ayan and Lisa. So whatever she can do to fix it is not a bad thing. Okay. So then we come to the woman at the polo event. So at the polo event, let's talk about the women's fashion. First, we have Brooke. She's in a black one piece. I don't know. It's kind of looking like Versace, could be Chanel, like with the gold buttons. She's well accessorized with her earrings. She has on a nice brooch that matches her earrings, that matches the dress. Her purse is matching. Everything is saying yes. Okay. And then we see Sarah and Saba. Sarah and Saba are also wearing like long dresses. They're wearing so Saba is wearing a blue dress with a hat. It's a day dress. It looks like a gown, but it's really not. It's not like floor length or anything. So it's definitely giving some of the fashion that I've seen for polo, whether in London or in the US. Are they a little dressed? Yes, they are. But for me, as I already said, I'd rather be overdressed than underdressed, so I don't have a problem with that. I'm all for it. Go for it. Dress up. Make a scene. Okay. Be the moment. I love that for the ladies. Um, Saba is wearing this blue dress with a blue hat. She's wearing sapphire and diamond accessories, sapphire and diamond earrings, sapphire and diamond. It seems like a set with the sapphire and diamond earrings and the sapphire and diamond necklace. And I'm not really seeing her hands, but I do know that she's looking very beautiful, very fresh faced, very young, young, fresh, and green. Yeah, that's Saba for me. So Saba is my muse tonight because she was basically wearing a blue like the one that I'm wearing. I do love a lot of colors, like mostly like my favorite color at this time is yellow, as you know. Um, it's yellow for life. I do love a purple, a lavender. Like you can't go wrong for me. When it comes to those two colors, but also I do identify really well with blue because that's been one of my like colors. Like I think it's really good for my skin tone. I don't wear certain colors like dark brown. You know, like I don't like black like that. I used to wear a lot of black, especially when I'm like bigger, thicker. Like when I'm real slim, you know, anything goes, but like I usually like to wear black to like hide like my flaws. But I find that my colors, I can use them and I can do myself in them and also still look good, pretty, come up for an occasion. And So at the polo event, Sarah is wearing a black one-piece dress. It's a longer dress. And she's wearing that brand that I told you about before. I think it's Victor because I see the logo and I see a V, and the V's in the logo, and then the ICTOR again. So I think that I know that it's a second piece from the same designer. I think I have to go to Sarah's Instagram or something to figure out what she's wearing. Maybe she's tagging the fashion designer or something. I'm not too sure the brand. Maybe she's influencing for the brand. I don't know, but I do love the outfit on her. I love Saba's outfit as well. It's like really accentuating their shape and makes them look like really good and beautiful and very form fitting. And of course, Sarah is wearing her signature piece, her hat. Okay. So she has on a black and white hat. Her dress is black with the white logo on it. So she looks nice as well. I do love the dress. I love those pieces. I'm not gonna lie. On Sarah, I'm not exactly certain, like for thicker people like me, like your girl got thick. Like I don't know how it would transcribe to my body, but I do love what I'm seeing so far of these pieces. Um, so then we see um Taline and Rafi. Child, somebody came to my door and I don't even know where I was, but so Taline and her husband Rafi are there. Taline is wearing Valentina shoes, I know for sure. Her one piece, she has on a one piece jumpsuit. It's white, it's lace, and then it has like a skirt. I love the outfit. In addition, I love Taline's outfit. She has on her hat as well. That's like signature um I would say polo wear because it's daytime, it's in the sun, and the ladies don't want to get sunburned. So that's something that most people would wear to the races. In addition to that, Helene is wearing her Chanel earrings. She has her dog, and her and the dog are twinning. It's really cute. It was good to see Rafi as well. Rafi, Sergio, and also um, so Rafi's looking really good. I love to see his fashion as well because I love how he puts himself together. He's always well dressed, well groomed. So Taline and Rafi are giving couple of the moment, and they're very demure and very mindful. Okay. um. So I love that. And then what else about Taline? Okay, that's it for me with her outfit. I believe she looks like money. Um. All of the ladies are very demure and very mindful. Just to say. Whew, whew. The ladies are all decked out in their finery. Tali's hat is very nice. I think it's her mess. So I really like that. She's well put together. Um, Sergio and Stanbury are there. Stanbury is wearing a white, I think it's a two-piece pant set or a jumpsuit, like looking like a satin look. I think it's a two-piece set. If it's a two-piece or a jumpsuit, but I like it. It's not really. It's like a button-down top with the pants to match, and it's really cute. Um, Sergio is also always well dressed. I love to see Sergio on screen because he always brings himself. He's well groomed, pants slim, fit. His button down shirts are really fit. He just looks fit, fresh, young, and he makes Stanbury look good. I think they look good together. Also, I forgot to tell you, Stanbury and Sergio were talking about the things that happened in Dubai, and they mentioned all of the things that were occur in Bali, and they mentioned all of the things that happened. And Sergio giving his spin on it is always a good scene to see. Um, um, Let me see. I'm looking for Sergio. I forgot what I was gonna say, and I think I just deleted it. Okay, I'll remember it later. I know they talked about him bringing his things, Stanbury saying she's gonna apologize, breakdown. Um, I don't know. I'll move on from that. Hopefully, I will get it back. Keep eating from me. Let me see a plate. Let me see. Oh, child. Papa, close the door. Papa had to eat, and I had to let him eat, and he got to eat right where I'm at because he would like put the food away, put the food in the microwave, don't eat the food, and then it's a big problem for me. So him have to sit down in front of me and me make sure that him done. So him got tell me no same food, but him eat the food my little fast cook in a hurry, me not line. Him did ready for that dinner there, and him look like him love it too because we have jerk chicken. Anyway, that's enough. um, so Michael is also here. Michael looks cute. He looks put together. The three men are looking good with the ladies. They're well dressed for polo. They're ready for the occasion. So it's definitely a yes for me. Um, in addition to that, Chanel has arrived. So she comes in with a black lace, a one-piece dress with a cutout in the back, um, long sleeved, flowy gown, um, at the end with like a train and a black hat. She's not too out of place today because a couple of the women are wearing long dresses, maybe not as long as hers, and she has this black lace hat on. I don't really know. I don't know if it's really polo wear for the races, but I'm sorry, Chanel Ayan is the moment, so I'm just gonna let her be the moment every time. She works for me. Um, I'm not too sure if I would have wore that particular gown to polo because it's not really a day gown and it's not really an evening event. So it's and the dress looks more like evening formal wear. So it's polo where some of the lines get blurred. So I'm not, and looks beautiful as usual. Um, I did look at, polo attire. Most of the times it is like, even I've looked at Meghan Markle, I've looked at Kate Middleton. They just wear like nice summer day dresses and summer dresses, day dresses, sundress, whatever you want to call it, with a hat sometimes and their heels. They're always like, it's like formal, but not very formal. Some people are like, that's their dress down. So, Ayan comes in saying she looks better than everybody put together, child. So I'm gonna give it to Ayan because Ayan does what Ayan does. All right. Um, for my dress, my best dress for this event so far, it would have to be um Saba's outfit. I like Saba's dress. I like her hat. I like her shoes. I like her being dressed, but not too dressed. Her dress is like a midi with little ruffles at the bottom, and it's really giving for me. Um, Lisa has now arrived. Lisa is wearing her full polo wear. It's like the actual brand Polo. She has her blazer on, she has her vest, she has her shorts, her walking shorts. She has on her button down shirt under the vest, under the blazer. Really cute look. And then she's also wearing a hat. So she looks like a poster child for Polo. It's really beautiful. But I didn't notice that Brooke said she hoped none of the ladies came like they were riding the horses. So Lisa, yeah. So Lisa's look is really well put together for the races. That's something that I would definitely wear to the races. I know that we don't have like polo in Jamaica, but we do have like the um Caymanas Park where they do race the horses and stuff. And so I don't think that's the wear for there, but this is like a formal, semi-formal event. She's wearing nice tan shoes. She looks good. Her shoes, the heels are not too skinny for being outside, walking around in the grass. Like she's well put together. In addition to that, um, now I did have an ex. He used to like to go to off-track betting upstate in New York, Rochester. It was nothing like polo. It was just like an off-track betting where you can go and you can bet on the ass or you can bet on the dog. And that wasn't really my thing because I don't like dirt. But to be honest with you, like him used to like him like a gambling and him used to win some money sometime. Me and him go one time, I'm gonna tell him say when we got there, me just get a little feelings. I'm gonna say to him, said today feel like the day we can win 2 grand. And we start race him start pick ass. He said pick the ass, pick some just pick a ass. We win like $1,500 and then him said pick a dog. I'm gonna pick a dog and we win the next $400 So we win the $2,000 when we did done so we are gonna win from the beginning of the day cause I don't know what happened that day. They coming like a blessing or the sun or the shine from a good or something. Sometimes the gift is a little bit more. The gift never really works for me, but that was one day that I definitely said this is what's gonna happen, and it definitely occurred like that. It wasn't even like so. Like the gift is in the speech, word, sound, and power. So my words, my sound, and my power, they do go out into the universe, and sometimes it does something. I'm not exactly certain on what it does. It really doesn't do it for me that much, as I said, but that was a good day for me at the off track betting place, girl, because them asses were running, the dogs were running, and the ones we chose were running for us, and we make like a 2 grand and go on with it, and that not bad. Anyway, so moving on. Um, Now what was funny is that all of the ladies had like a what's the word? A description of what their counterparts were wearing. Everybody was rating everybody else's fashion, and let's talk about it. Ayan says, Ayan says Brooks looks like she's going to murder her ex-boyfriend. Brooks says Ayan looks like she's going to Marilyn Monroe's funeral. Um, Stanbury says she doesn't know what to put on for this polo event because it's really different from what they wear in London, and everybody has a different opinion of what you wear to polo. It's like I already told you what the fashion I've seen in London as well. I did look for Dubai, but it's really not that. Like I looked at the fashion all over, but I didn't see anything like concrete. Other than the day dress, summer dress, sundress, your hat and your heels. Um, What else? Brooks also said, as I said, she hopes nobody comes like they're riding the horses. Um, it was funny, and the expression of the fashion is cute. Um, Sammy also said they all look like a version of Spice Girls. Saline saying Stanbury is wearing these big chunky heels, and she's from London, and that's like a no. Um, I noticed that Stanbury doesn't really like to wear high heel shoes, and I get it because the older you get, like who the hell wants to really walk around for hours and hours in high spaghetti heels? I know I haven't worn a heel. I haven't really been going out like that, but like depends on what I'm wearing. But I love a chunky shoe, right? I love a Spice Girls looking shoe. I love chunky heels. I like unique. I like, you know, different. And I don't really love spaghetti heels. I do not like Louboutins. I don't think that they fit very well or they're made very much for black people. So I don't like to put my foot into nothing. Especially the older that I get, shoes have to be comfortable. I have to be able to walk in them. If I'm gonna be out like at an event for hours, I'm definitely not gonna be uncomfortable. I'm sorry. Um Standard shoes I would wear with a pair of jeans or some sweatpants or, you know, something else. I wouldn't necessarily wear it with that outfit because her outfit is dressy. So I wouldn't pair those particular shoes even if I was to wear. But Stanbury is like, I feel like she's more like down to earth in certain ways, and I feel like she's just not doing it. Like she's not gonna go around in those shoes. She wanted to be comfortable. She knows she's walking. She's already said that she has been to so many of these events. Her ex used to have these polo events all the time. So she's been to way more than she can count. She knows the vibe, right? If I know the vibe, I'm not putting myself through no stress. I'm done with stress. I'm tired of stress. I'm not do stress. So no stress to the body. That mistake. Anyway, um, Lisa said she looked like she walked in and everybody looked like they were going to a funeral. Is not given. It's given death, not derby. Epic line for the episode. In addition to that, um, she has the most epic observation of all the ladies about the fashion. So what else? So I would give it to Lisa, and I would give it to I'll give Lisa best dress number one, and then number two for me for the polo event would be Saba, which Saba really is really giving the actual attire for polo, and Lisa is actually wearing polo. So hey, look, them two did it for me. In addition to that, um, Brooks was rating them. She said that Lisa was best dressed, and then she gave it to Taline. Those that wouldn't have been my second choice, but I get it. Um, so the interactions with the men at the polo event is also cute. Stanbury calls Sergio and lets him know she needs champagne, and the men are like, "Okay, there's a server for that." Like, but Sergio gets up. He goes to pour Stanbury her champagne. I told you she treats him like a personal assistant sometimes. I don't know if I like that, but if Sergio like it, me love it. Um, so they're saying that he's whipped. Hey, look, Stanbury. Them said them say how do I want to term this because I want to be politically correct for if anybody's watching this video that you know what I'm saying. Let's say good cat speak for itself. So when good cat attack, you must know. Stanbury look like she have a good cat because whatever she asks Sergio indefinitely provided. So when I first say 100% ma give it to Stanbury upon that. Yeah, you? All right. Um, Rafi saying he's eating oysters, so Talim better get ready for later. That was funny. I feel it and I definitely get it. Um, Stanbury and Sergio. The more I see their interactions together, is the more that I'm believing the relationship. At first I was like, what? But now I'm like, yeah, I think that he loves her very much. He definitely goes out of his way to show how much he cares about her. I'm really loving their interactions on screen. I feel like there's definitely something there. I think there's good positive energy between the two of them, and I'm living for it. Um, I love their relationship in certain spaces when she gives him the opportunity to be a man. I think that that's good for her, and I think he's good for her. And I'm so happy for her. Stanbury said she's not used to people digging for gold at the polo event. I get it in her confessional. She says that, well, Lisa says if there is gold and digging, then Brooks is the perfect person for the polo, and now we know why she loves polo. So that's also an epic statement for the episode. 'Cause I love Lisa's wit and what she's coming with. Um, so it definitely was a laugh for me because right. So I do love the relationship that I'm seeing between Stanbury and Sergio. When you get older, you are looking for at any age, we're like women, we're looking for love. You're looking for somebody to care. You're looking for somebody to show that they care. You're looking for good characteristics in a partner. You're looking to have a like mind. You're looking to be aligned, right? In goals, in aspirations, in being happy together. And I feel like I'm seeing that with Stanbury and Sergio. I'm not gonna lie, like in the beginning, I thought Sergio was more of the feminine type and more like femme-ish. And I feel like this season, like he's not really giving me that. I feel like I'm seeing more of his personality and and his care for Stanbury. And I want to give him that because sometimes we misjudge and we misjudge people and stuff like that. And I don't want to do that ever. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. I want to see how you really display your true characteristics as you are doing the show, right? So for me, I'm definitely on Sergio's side. Sergio gets the vote for me every time. I'm not gonna stop saying it. Especially him making her happy at this time in her life. Like I don't know what she was, went through. The last husband. I used to watch Ladies of London. I think I'm gonna go back and watch it. I don't know why I haven't up to now. Just my schedule. I'm back to work and school. The busy schedule is upon me at this moment. And so last year, you guys didn't really see me because going to school and working 9 to 5, and then school from like 6:30, sometimes 7:30, 7 o'clock to 9:30, 10 o'clock. Like it's a lot, and so the blogging, the videos, and all of those things, they kind of took a back burner. And then it was very hard for me when I lost my daughter, and it was hard to do these things, like to get up, to get dressed, to sit and do the video. Even like now, if I don't want to, I am gonna do it because I do enjoy it, and I feel like I want to express myself, and this is one of the ways that I enjoy expressing myself is through these videos, right? I feel like it's making me. I feel like I was in a very much of a grieving stage. My daughter, it's almost 2 years since she passed. You never get over it. I still cry. I still, as I said, she's right here beside me, like her picture. In the beginning, like the first, like this, I couldn't even look at her picture for a year. Like her memories would come up in my phone. I would just scroll it away. Like I took a pictures down in the house. Like I couldn't face looking at her because I would cry every time. Now through the time of grieving, and I still talk to her like on a daily basis. When I'm by myself, I sit and I have conversations with my daughter, and like from the time until now, like people have come to me and they said, your daughter wants you to be happy. Like she's unhappy because you're unhappy. Like she's crying and you're crying. She's crying because she's like, my mom, I don't know how to, like my daughter, I know like without a doubt, like she knows that I would like die without her. Like I wanted to, but I didn't, and I kind of prayed that I would. And then I have my other two kids, and I'm like, I can't leave them too. You know what I'm saying? I just like they lost her as well, so how could they lose me too? You know what I mean? And so I never thought to analyze myself. But I just felt like if God could take me, I would have mind because I need to be with my child. All of those emotions and those feelings, they're still there, but not in the same capacity and not in the same strength because I am healing. I am taking, as life continues to go on, I am like pushing grief to the side and I am learning to live again. Definitely have stopped like really partying. I do go to different shows. I've seen some things that I wanted to maybe go to, but like my friends that I party with, I don't really like, I kind of isolated myself and put myself into a space that people are trying to give me that space to come back out, but I'm not the same person. I lost a part of myself when I lost my child, and that part of myself is a part of myself that was more fun, carefree, and loving, and so on. And now I'm left with this, and I have to pick up where I am from this and find the things that I love along with the kids, and you know, doing the job that I have to do, which is very demanding, and also going to school. I am like I have to sacrifice and a lot. So last year summer, I was in like I started my programs, school and school, working at the school that I went to, and also um going to school. So those two things combined is a lot. It's a lot of work, and I don't like I was overwhelmed. Like I felt like running many times out of school, out of like, oh God, no, this is but then I sacrificed last summer and I was like this summer I only did school because I'm out of school for the out of work for the summer. And I said I would just do I did four classes over the summer, and so I was able to pick back up with the blogging and start to give you guys these videos again. So I'm like, does anybody really care? But I care. I put them out, whatever. I do my YouTube, there are things I want to do more, like talk about current events and stuff like that. But sometimes I get tired. Like I do this video for like 40 to 50 minutes, and I'm like, ugh. And then I'm doing more on TikTok. And the more I do on TikTok is the more invitations I get and the more collaborations I get. Because I prayed and I was like, God, should I continue doing this? And what I really like is like influencing, but it's not really like for me. It's just I like clothes, I like things, I like the whole of my blogging experience. And the more I started to do over this summer, is the more collaborations came. So I said, God is just answering my prayers. So I'm doing what it is I'm supposed to do. Like God is pushing me into a space and a place. Um, and so it's a sacrifice for me, but I am definitely committed to it. I think I'm gonna do Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I think I might also do Married to Medicine when it comes up again. Like these three shows are something that I'm really like committed to. Hopefully, if the show is like I can't find nothing to talk about, I leave it. I can't. Um, but I still can find myself. This episode for me wasn't really that. It wasn't, when there is no argument, like that most people tune out. Like, but I still see, like, for me, in approaching the show in this way with the fashions and things like that, I always find something to talk about. So that's kind of like the route I want to take when I'm talking about it. I don't really the arguments and so on, I don't want it to be the biggest thing for me. Like the biggest thing for me is what are you wearing? Because I love fashion, right? I love accessories. I love things. I love pretty things, right? So yeah, it's definitely a sacrifice, but I feel like I'm doing it. So as I said, when you get older, you have to find the things that you love. You have to find the things that make you happy. Sergio makes Stanbury happy in my eyesight right now. Sergio gets the win for me. Um, One of the last things I want. So Stanbury went to apologizing again to Ayan for the voice note. I think at this point she can stop apologizing. It's done. You've taken accountability. If Ayan doesn't want to take accountability, that's not your fault. You have done what it is that needed to be done. You've said it over and over and over again. We get it. You're sorry. You don't have to do it anymore. Okay. In addition to that, Ayan is not really taking accountability for her betrayal of Lisa, and I think she needs to face that because she's trying to understand why she's angry. You're angry because um, it was a public occurrence, and so if this happened between you and Lisa off the side, it would have been so bad. But it's like you're taking a stand, and it's not really supposed to be like that because at the end of the day, you did betray her. All right. And with Stanbury of all people, which she's not feeling Stanbury. So that's like we need to look at that and then look at the emotions that we're having and saying, hey, is it right for me to blame this person for something that I ultimately did, right? Stanbury, Lisa, they did Lisa with the voice notes and in the beginning, Stanbury with the outing of the voice note, but Ayan sharing the voice note with Stanbury and Taline. We all three have something of a little bit of guilt in this situation, and we need to face that. Shouldn't be mad with Lisa. Don't be mad with Stanbury. Stanbury has apologized enough. Lisa doesn't really have anything to apologize for because if you did that to me and that came out like that, I would want to go ahead and clear the air for everybody there. Like this, I didn't know, and I Child. Okay. um. So I'm excited to see where Stanbury and Ayan end up with the clearing of this air. I'm excited to see the rest of the season, and I'm really excited to see how their relationship blossoms in season three because I want to see where they were headed in the beginning of this season. I want to see more of it. With this riff in the middle, it kind of just threw everything off, and so that's kind of off for me. So I think that Stanbury definitely needs to come off the apology tour. She's done enough. I think that Ayan and Stanbury are funny together sometimes, and I would like to see it develop. um, it really is good to see that they're not in a standoff situation anymore. So I'm definitely watching to see more of that. And I'd like to see how, they get closer in, like right now they seem closer in real life. So I think we'll get a feel of that and I'm intrigued. Okay. At this point, I think at this point, Sarah's over it, Lisa's over it, everybody's over it. Like the three people in the middle, I think that they can get over it. I think that Ayan, I don't know. I want to see what the episodes are gonna be, and then we'll talk about it. Um, I feel like also with Sergio, I'm happy that he's lifting Stanberg's confidence up. I feel like she's in a happy place, especially for her birthday. So let's talk about her birthday. Her and Sergio are having a date, and they're in the car. They're laughing. They're talking about tiki tiki. And among other things, she looks very happy. She looks beautiful. She says she really doesn't do birthdays, but she seems to be in a very happy place. Um, I'm loving that for her. New young husband, new young body, hello, new outlook. She says he never ceases to amaze her, which is excellent. And then, in addition to that, the flashbacks for her previous birthday, like he does go overboard every time, and I love that for her. I love how he celebrates her and being a person that makes her feel happy. And it's great to have somebody give back to you as you give to them. In addition to that, he had this birthday cake for her that was a miniature of their house with like pictures of them, the kids, him, like different things that happened, different memories in their life. I think that was beautiful. Um, I give him again, as I said, a 10 out of 10. For this birthday gift, I give him a 10 out of 10, and I'm an Aries. We're not easy to please, but I love that. We can be hard sometimes, but me personally, I give him 10 stars, 10s across the board for his effort and his thoughtfulness. Um, I'm really starting to rethink my opinions of Sergio, and I'm actually on their side. So, like, I love love. I'm an Aries. We love love. So, I love everything about how Sergio treats Stanbury. Sergio and Stanbury are talking about the baby situation, and Sergio really wants to have a baby. Stanbury doesn't want to have a baby. Stanbury doesn't want to go start over again in that manner. She's happy being married and everything, but the baby part is not where she wants to be, which I understand. Who wants to start over again, right? When you get to a certain age, nobody's doing that. But I think that for Sergio, this is really important, and it's something that he needs as a man, and it's going to become a problem for them in this relationship because she's basically saying she knows that if she doesn't give him this baby, then pretty soon he'll be gone, right? And I don't want him to leave, and I know she doesn't want him to leave either. Stanbury, please give Sergio the baby. Let's just give him the baby and be done. I think that Sergio is willing to do 90% of everything for this baby. He does 100% for you, right? You guys can have a nanny. Sergio will feed the baby, change the baby, clothe the baby, walk with the baby, take the baby here, there. He will entertain the baby. He is going to be so happy. I think he's going to be a great father. And he feels like this is something that's going to make him a man. And because he feels like that, I feel that this is something that he needs. So I'm looking for Stanbury to go down to the fertility doctor that she has, and for them to, the IVF doctor, whatever, take the eggs off ice, and let's go ahead and give Sergio the baby that he's looking for. I don't think that you have a problem with the baby being taken care of, and it's not much that you're going to have to do. And then very soon, the baby's going to be like 5, where you're walking around with a little mini you, a little mini Sergio, or a little mini you. And it's not going to be as hectic as it was in the beginning for the first 5 years. And you got to potty train, you got to do all of that, whatever. It's going to go by quick. And you have given him what it is that he needs because he feels like he's alone and he feels like if he doesn't have a child, then he's not gonna be a man. So why not give him this thing to complete and you guys are already married? It's not like some fathers that you give them a child and they are gone. Like Sergio is going to be there. He's going to raise his child and I'm excited for both of you. I want to see it, right? Um Now this is the next thing I'm seeing in the preview for next week. Lisa and Talene going at it. And I'm seeing also um, Lisa is telling Ayan how she truly feels about Stanbury. These two things have me intrigued right now, and I am dying to see what next week's episode is going to be like. So, this has been our episode of our recap of Real Housewives of Dubai, Season 2, Episode 11. Thank you for watching with me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking in my thoughts. If you agree with me, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you feel. Do you think that Amber is going to give Sergio the baby or is she going to let him leave her? Does she think that if she doesn't give him the baby, he's going to stay? Do you think if she doesn't give him the baby, he's going to stay? Do you think that Lisa and Ayan's breakup, indefinite breakup, is going to be about Stanbury? Do you think that Lisa and Talene are going to have any type of problems based upon what we see for the preview for next week? Do you think that I also saw in the preview that Sara is crying because her and Akin are having these issues? I know when you put your emotions into somebody, it can really hurt when like things like this happen. But he's been too far away from you for you to put those emotions. You got to know how to keep some emotions for yourself and not give everything, right? So his time may have come. Like realistically, you would have to know that with him living so far, it was going to be hard to maintain this relationship. So for me, I feel bad for Sarah, but I want Sarah to face that she needs somebody beside her and not somebody who's far away from her that's trying to control her or stop her money. One thing with me, I want a man to run the money. Me don't want no man to come stop my money and tell me don't do this and don't do that. We're gonna make me make money and you not give me money and you not put no ring for my finger and me you not married and me not ever paying the bills like right now. Me not do that, right? That could not occur, right? Um, what do you think about Brooks and Talene's new relationship, their friendship being renewed? How's it going? You know, she throw in the win for Talene for the second place in the fashion. So I definitely think she's trying to curate this relationship. Do you think we'll see more of Michael? I'm excited to see more of Michael. I want to see Michael talk the teams them. I want to see Michael telling us some tea so we can go ahead and have some fun with that. Um, Ayan, I want to know if Ayan will be able to face her true feelings about Lisa because I think she's starting to do that, and I'm excited to see. Thank you for watching. It's Mona in the Fatigue of a Hike with coffee, tea, or labrish. If you like what you see and you like what you hear, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Please give us comments, shares, likes. Those things actually really push the algorithm and will encourage me to continue doing what I'm doing, even though I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. It's been great giving you my recap. Have a great night. Thank you. Bye bye.